Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. And I don't know about you, but I love simplicity. And with Anchor, it's just point, click, record, and you're on your way to a successful podcast. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I cannot wait to hear your podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Unedited, episode number 12. I'm your host, Patrick, and as always, my co-host is here, Alex, and we're going to do something a little special here today. We've both prepared random questions that the other is not aware of. We didn't talk about it beforehand, so we'll genuinely, we'll be kicked back on our heels by what we hear by the other individual. So here we go. Alex, would you like to go first? Or?
I want to gauge my question off your question, so I want you to go first.
Okay, so Alex is a sociopath, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm very much a sociopath.
Now, keep in mind, I did say random, so trust me when I say this question is pretty random.
All right, I'm ready.
I just randomly thought of this. Do you think that porn stars have a fulfilling sex life with their significant other? Or do you think it's like just going to work for them? Or do you think they actually enjoy it more than they do on film? And furthermore, I'll say a little bit more. Do you think that porn stars have deeper and more meaningful relationships with their significant others that they choose to stay with because it's not about the sex necessarily? Alex?
Well, that makes my question look overthought. To answer one of those questions, I think, yeah, that they have a deeper relationship because, unfortunately, as I feel like we reached a point in society where sex has become probably a good half of the relationship.
Yeah.
For most people, not
right.
Everybody. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a good thing. So, like, if the importance of sex is taken off the table, that leaves the door open to more, maybe spiritual, more emotional connection,
Yeah.
Something along those lines of...
I mean, it was just something, because that's how they make their money. That's their living. So, and, they probably... and this is going to sound a little crass, but they get the wide array. And then this is pertaining to both men and women. They get, bigger, smaller, tighter, looser, whatever. And that's getting a little bit gritty with details. But, so how do they just pick one partner to bed down with? And what makes that person different from the rest? I mean, it would have to be based in their personality or maybe, just in their experience together. I don't know. That's something I just thought of. So don't think I've been dwelling on this for too long.
Well, I think it definitely does have to do with their personality because, if a porn star is dating a person I'm dating this person because it's the best sex I've ever had, then I can't imagine how many videos that they're doing that are where they think that's shit you know, or I don't know. I worded that weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just that was a thought I had about like they probably have deeper emotional relationships with their significant others because again, one part of their life is already fulfilled, or it's probably a part of their life that maybe they don't have any interest in when they're not working, you know, or they're not on film because they're like, I mean, I'm not an expert or anything, but there's some things out there that I could see tiring an individual out, you know. But yeah, that was something I thought that's interesting to bring up because a lot of people must think, oh my God, they're having sex all the time, da da da. That it's got to be something they enjoy, you know. But I think that it's like anything when you're doing it as a job, it becomes a grind, you know, and you don't want to do it when you're not working. And so maybe they just have deeper psychological and emotional connections with their significant others than physical. Or maybe they just find the guy with the biggest dick. Maybe that's what happens.
Well, to go back what you said about 3 sentences ago, it goes back to my thought of like, you know, if someone's working at a restaurant and is a chef, do you think they go home and cook their own meals?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, like, so like if a porn star, you know, does the 9 to 5 fucking, you know, do they come home to their boyfriend and the boyfriend's like, yeah, I've been wanting to fuck you all day, and then she's like, oh Lord, and you know, is it like that or what?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, maybe someday we'll have to interview a real live porn star.
Yeah, I wish I could just think of one. Oh.
No. I think that would be. I mean, if this ever takes off, maybe we should table that question for now, and then what if we get a hold of somebody by email or something, and we interview them live on the podcast.
I mean, that would be fun. Like, why would I say no to that? Like,
I mean, well, and not even from like a sexual standpoint, but genuinely as a human being, we could ask, literally we can call it Ask a Porn Star and just see, how they feel about things emotionally as a person rather than just the objectified image that they, are perceived as.
Oh, I know something I want to tell you about.
But no, Alex, you have to ask your question. Your question.
Can I not? Because your question was like the perfect amount of random, and mine is the perfect amount of listening to Tool too much.
Oh, well then do you, man. We don't have to do your question. That just means you're not playing by the rules.
Okay. Here's my question. Do you think at this point in our lives the human race is happy?
No. What do you want from me? We take downers to put ourselves to sleep. We take uppers to wake ourselves up in the morning. We can't get big enough houses. We can't drive a nice enough car. We can't make enough money. It doesn't matter who you are. There's no way. There's like nobody. I think this goes back to the old proverb. And it might even be. I think it might even be a Bible verse. But the greatest are among the least. I think the people that are the happiest are satisfied with less. The less they have, the happier they are. That's so as a human race, no. We want the faster cars. We want the bigger houses. We want, the better physical futures. Like we don't want. I mean, we're not happy with where we are. We hardly ever are happy where we are. So there you go. No.
There you go. No.
I elaborated because I feel like you would have just laughed at me for saying a two-letter answer.
No, I just need to say that I loved your response. The long no.
No,
And then just the death of silence right there was beautiful.
that was the point.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, your question obviously won.
Yay!
Dude.
What did I win? Depression.
A conversation with your friend Alex. Hey.
Yeah. It's not like you don't give those out for two pennies a piece.
Excuse me, it's a dime and a nickel. Thank you very much.
15 cents. What?
Anyway,
Anyways.
dude, I gotta tell you about this. A friend of a mutual friend of ours, she was telling me about a friend of hers.
LaQuisha?
No.
Okay. You're being very vague. I just was making sure it wasn't.
I will say this. It's not that friend. It's this friend.
That's even worse. But go on. You're boring.
It's not anyone that you would kill me for about 5-10 years ago. How about that?
Oh, okay.
It's not them.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but okay.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about that, Alex.
I was talking to her, and she was telling me about her friend that went to a kink party.
Okay.
Do you know what a kink party is?
Go on.
So, like, I learned something today, and
What did you learn?
A kink party is exactly what it sounds. It's a party of it's consenting adults, and there's kinky shit going on.
I believe it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Half the time, it's not even like a real kink.
It sounds like a bunch of people that go there wearing leather and like hit each other with shit. And some people want to be babies, and some people want to be like children.
No, okay, shit. Okay, you were going right. You said the thing. So she was telling me that, like, yeah. So my friend invited me to this one thing, and we're the whole point is that we're all gonna dress up like kids, and we're gonna have a dad. And I am sitting there slack-jawed, like, what? And she's never done it.
That sounds like a good way to find a pedophile.
Right?
That sounds like a guy that would be into being the daddy. It sounds like he has some issues. I mean, granted, the females in the equation, the younger people who are pretending to be the children in this equation, they have issues too. But I think the person that's like, I'm the daddy, that person has more issues. Like, that's sick.
Yeah. Apparently, the person that's getting the most kink out of it is the person being the kid. And the thing is, like, there's nothing sexual about it. It's just that. I mean, and to clarify, there are sometimes at these kink things, there are sometimes the leather shit, like you said earlier.
I mean, I went the whole gambit. Like I said, the whole gambit. I went the whole. I said. I mean, I could have kept going as far as the kinks, but.
Well, and apparently there was one time they went to this like place that had a barn, and there was this one chick there that was, voluntarily and wanting it, getting the shit kicked out of her.
I don't like this. I don't like talking about this. Okay, it's fucking weird. You're gonna make me. You're gonna make me talk about burning down a building, and people are gonna be like, "It's okay to have a kinks," and I'm gonna say, "Yeah, I know it is." But if I knew, it's stupid. Okay, it's all so stupid. I understand that maybe you can't get turned on through regular means. Fine, whatever.
Patrick, this is all meant for discussion.
It's stupid. I'm sorry. It's uncomfortable and it's stupid.
I want to be a baby. I'm going to be a baby, okay?
You lost that privilege 15 years ago. I'm sorry, okay? You're not an animal. You're not an animal. You're not a child anymore. You're not a fucking mental illness. You know, it's a thing.
I'm going to put on my diaper now.
Some people, angrily, you know, some people acknowledge the fact they have a problem, and other people call it their way of life. But if for some reason you got off on cutting chipmunks' heads off, you could be like, oh, it's my way of life. But everybody else is going to look at you like, you're fucked in the head, bro. Stop cutting chipmunks' heads off. You know what I mean? Like, no, we can't judge him for that. And there's too many chipmunks anyways. Yeah, but he likes seeing the life leave its eyes. What the fuck's wrong with this guy? You know what I mean? Like, clearly there's a problem psychologically. And what stops you from trying to, because the root of a serial killer is first of all fantasizing, and then there's you know, emulating. You're trying to like pretend that you're doing these things, and then there's actual action. So if you have these people that are like, yeah, I want you to pretend to be a kid, then they're already at that emulating stage. They're, you know, or if there's this girl that likes getting the shit kicked out of her, and there's a guy that likes kicking the shit out of her, he's going to do that to somebody that doesn't want it because it gives him more of a thrill.
Well, what about the
Listen
people
up.
that have like the rape fantasies?
Yeah, that's fucked up too. It's like what kind of habits are you trying to reinforce in this motherfucker that's like playing the role of the rapist? And then one day you get to decide, no, I don't want it. And then this motherfucker's gonna think you're playing along, and then he's gonna. I don't know. I think it's a lot of stupid bullshit, and you all need to sit the fuck down. Daddy says so.
Well, the big thing that is of discussion within the last 5 years is the one word consent.
I hate
so. What?
I hate Alex.
Well, you hate consent?
No,
Patrick hates consent.
Hates consent. I like consent. I hate the perversion that goes on. That's what I hate.
No, okay, yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's not good enough already. Why don't you just keep it simple, folks? I mean, do what you want to do with your consenting partner, but goddamn, parties where you kick the shit out of another person that likes it? Who hurt you? God.
No, but can you imagine that scenario? Listen to the scenario. What if there's a couple and their big thing is like, oh, I like the idea of being raped, and the guy's like, okay, I'm totally into that, and they date for a few months and they break up for whatever reason, and he rapes
her after the fact?
Yeah.
Yeah. No good.
That's no good, right?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Now, it's just the whole rape fantasy, like the emulation thing that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. That's the path of a serial killer. I mean, first they fantasize, then they emulate, they fake it. And then they I'm probably using the wrong term as far as emulate goes, but they fake it, and then they execute. They actually do it. And when they're doing it, they're like, oh my God, this is everything I've ever dreamed of. They get a high, they get the release of chemicals, you know, and then they go back to, oh shit, what did I just do? And then they can't take it back afterward, you know, and then they go through the stages again. They fantasize again, especially if they get away with it. They'll fantasize again. And
you know
then, what?
We should probably stop talking about rape.
I wasn't talking about rape, but one individual, last name starts with a D, might have an issue with you talking about it.
D?
D, second letter I, ends in an E.
Die?
one, no. Oh wow. No, not die. I could outright say this person's last name, but I don't want to put them on blast like that. So there was this person that you made a joke around, a joke, Joke. You said this around this person, and they lost their shit on you. Remember? In Rome.
Oh, her.
In Rome.
The feminazi.
In Rome. Sublime.
You know what it
in
was?
Rome. What?
You know what it was?
What?
What's his name? He has the show on on Comedy Central.
We can say his name. We don't know him.
No, I don't know his name.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna bug me, but like he's like Dane Cook, but a little bit less funny.
He has his own show.
Yeah, he has his own show where he reviews YouTube videos.
Oh, Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh.
How is he like Dane Cook? Because they have the first 3 letters of their name?
No, he just kind of looks like him.
Because no, he doesn't.
Kind of does.
No, he doesn't.
They could be brothers.
No, they couldn't.
Yes, they could. They could totally be brothers.
You're full of shit, Alex.
It's like Dane Cook, Daniel Tosh, and Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik and Daniel Tosh could be brothers, but not Dane Cook. He's not involved in that anywhere.
I think he is. I think Dane Cook is like the angry
Cousins.
jock.
Cousins at best.
Dane Cook is the angry jock that like rapes women, and like the other 2 are like the awkward brothers that like try to joke about it and make it cool, but like they're all kind of assholes.
Alex. Okay. Your perception's clearly askew. That's you got the joke from Daniel Tosh. Let's just say that.
Okay, so no, I didn't get the joke. Here's what happened. Daniel Tosh made a joke about rape.
Yeah.
And
my
female feminazi friend posted on Facebook saying, "Rape's not funny. Don't ever joke about it." And I said, well, she was at a comedy club where they tell jokes, and well, I don't care where they're at. You should not joke about rape. And I'm like, but you're at a comedy club where a lot of things are pretty off limits. You go to a comedy club for jokes.
There's no line in comedy.
Well, especially when you're at a comedy club. If you're at the supermarket and the guy comes up to you and is like, haha, rape. Yeah, fuck that guy. He's harassing you. But if you go to a comedy club and the guy makes a joke about rape, if you don't like the joke, you are more than welcome to leave the comedy club.
I mean, I feel like you're on a warpath right now, Alex. And
I am on a warpath because,
I get it.
If you go to a supermarket, okay, I'm making more analogies. That's all I do. If you go to a supermarket
and they're all at the supermarket,
and you buy the in-house pizza, and
they're all at the supermarket,
and you take the pizza home and you put it in the oven and you cook it, you pull it out, and you eat a slice. You're like, you know what? I don't like this pizza. Is there anything wrong with this pizza? No, I just don't fucking like it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the supermarket and force them to stop selling this pizza. Well, it's only you that doesn't like this pizza. Yeah, but it hurt my feelings. It's like, okay, so fuck it. Don't go to that supermarket and get that pizza.
I mean, okay? You're projecting right now, Alex. I mean, you need you to calm down, okay, buddy?
No, okay? I care very much about comedy.
You're offending me right now, Alex. I feel so offended.
Then change the podcast.
No.
I'm not defending rape at all. rape is a horrible fucking thing, and I hope no one ever has to deal with it.
On YouTube, you understand that that's going to come up so much in the transcript. The word rape is going to come up so much in the transcript because they transcribe everything we say, and then that goes through their algorithms. So they're going to be like, why are these people talking about rape? What's the deal with that? Anyways. Anyway, yeah.
No, but anyway. So, like.
Grape juice. Grape juice. Just a test. I want to see how it works on YouTube.
Grape juice. Grapevine. But to sum up my rant, I care very much about comedy, and this is a 10-year-old fucking debate. But like,
tale as old as time.
Tell me where, tell me when, but I know we'll rape again. Somebody.
I'm not affiliated with Alex Valium Buich. That's him. That's all him. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
You never heard the Vera Lynn classic, We'll Rape Again?
No. I heard.
Get the chloroform again.
I've heard the song. God. I've heard the song. How's it go? Just another cigarette more. What's that one song? God damn it. It's like he's like the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so. No, that's the wrong song. What's the other Christmas song that plays like on repeat at the store? Where he's like, you'll freeze out there.
Oh, baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah, baby, it's cold outside. And
the song goes, I really can't stay. It's cold outside. I really must leave. It's cold outside.
But it sounds like he's like not letting her leave. Back to consent, folks. This is important. This guy in the song isn't letting her leave.
No, that's a very popular thing because people pointed that out. Like that song sounds very rapey. It
sounds super rapey, but it's so widely accepted. Feminazis, where are you at, huh? Jeez. She was like trying to leave, and he was like standing in front of the door. You're not going anywhere. Here, have some alcohol. It's good.
Oh, okay. I need to say something to our audience.
Sit next to the fire and let me grab my gun. Anyways, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
To anyone who's still with us, who's made it this far, I am very sorry I just went on a 10-minute tangent, including the topic rape. I actually am sorry.
Don't let him fool you, folks. He's not sorry.
No, because
he's like looking at himself in the mirror right now going, yes.
No, I need to acknowledge the fact that it makes some people uncomfortable, and I am sorry that it makes you uncomfortable.
That's emotionally responsible. So for you to say.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that. Like
he's doing some checks and balances. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But
we're all very proud of you, Alex. Me and the 6 viewers.
I just want the world to know that depending on the context of the joke, anything can be made a joke.
I agree, including death.
Yes.
Monty Python, prime example. The Life of Brian. Have you heard? Yeah, the song. I sent you the song via Messenger. I cannot get enough of that song. If I have a funeral and you're still alive, if you don't play it at the funeral, I will hold your family dog hostage as a ghost. So you have to play it. Always look on the bright side of life. And just, wait, how's it go? Fuck it. Life's a piece of shit, when you look at it, life's a laugh and death's a joke. It's true. That's how it goes. You know? Listen to it. Listen to the song. Always look on the bright side of life. By a guy
After the podcast.
By a guy named Eric something. But it's super good. It's super good. Alex and I also were going to pledge to you that we were going to do videos after this podcast and post them to the YouTubes. About what? We don't know. But that's the fun part. If I can get him to commit to doing daily videos, that would be cool. But I'm pretty self-defecating, and I'm sure he is too. That's what's hard about it. Like, I can look at something and pick it apart easily. But I know that that's what you guys want. You want to see something out there every day that you can count on like clockwork. I know I appreciate it when a YouTuber does it, but yeah. What would we even do videos about? Contact us. Let us know.
Yeah. Leave a like and comment, and send us $30 and we'll make a video.
You don't have to do any of that, actually. You could just send us a message.
And $30.
Alex is trying to buy a prostitute, a cheap one at that. So don't send him money.
Okay, $25 and a banana.
The banana's non-negotiable. No, Patrick T. Cash at Cash App. What? Bananas get sent through Cash App, right?
I bet you could.
I bet you could send one of those taquito bananas. Taquito bananas. Taquito bananas.
Well, Grubhub is a thing. I think you can send people food.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not giving them my address. No, that actually brings me to a new point. One of my favorite phrases to say nowadays is silly bananas. Because it keeps me from swearing at work. Because, you got to keep yourself in check. And when something dumb happens, I'll just say, wow, that's really silly bananas. Or
that's really silly bananas.
Yeah, or like if a kid is acting crazy, I'm like, why are they so silly bananas? Or that's silly bananas. Like, silly bananas. It's a thing. You guys, I'm going to get that on a shirt. Silly bananas, ? Or silly bananas, ! Or silly bananas, : or silly bananas, fuck Alex. Anyways, where
did we go from here?
Japan. Okinawa.
Why there?
Because we'll finally understand what it be like to be the minority. Americans. Americans. And we'd have to learn their language. It's a humbling experience.
Oh, I don't know if what day anyone else is listening to this, but today is Cyber Monday.
So make sure to charge your robots.
And to send me $30.
And to send Alex. Why, Alex?
Because I want it.
I also want money. Yeah, Alex, can I borrow $30?
Yeah, sure, I got you.
You don't have $30. You were going to borrow it from the audience. Okay, but point.
If everyone in the audience sent us $30, we would probably have at least $120.
That's funny. That's actually funny. Honestly, I feel like we would owe somebody $30. I think that's more accurate. It'd be more like negative $30, and it's like, how do we go in the negative? How does that even work? Oh, it was you from 30 minutes ago. Oh, okay. I was sending myself $30. That's what it was. But no, let's stop talking about the financial aspect of things. Did you know that a scientist in China claims to have perfected gene editing.
Gene editing?
Yeah, like he actually made a pair of twins through science. How do you feel about that, Alex?
I wish he would have done that 27 years ago.
Before you were born?
Yeah.
Why?
So they can edit me into the perfect human being.
That's depressing. Oh well.
But you know, if you want to hear more about how I think, send $30 to 5550 West Mall Drive, lot 28C.
That's not actually your address, right?
5580 32B.
You know,
1842.
I honestly feel sometimes I feel that this is like speaking into the void and just waiting for something to come back. And that's scary, don't you think?
What we're doing right now?
Yeah, I mean it's literally a mouthpiece to the world, man. Anybody could listen to us if they wanted to. Have this conversation if they have Spotify, iTunes, whatever, man. Like they could hear us have this conversation. Anybody in the world could open up this app and listen to it. Fact is, it probably won't happen. But just have that. Just how crazy is that thought that 20 years ago they wouldn't have been able to imagine this kind of technology, and now it's commonplace.
That is scary.
Yeah, we're literally speaking. Well, you know that old question. What would you say if you could talk to everybody in the world at once? You know, this is it. We're talking about rape. Apparently, this is what we're deciding to talk about. How stupid is that? How silly is that? I mean, it's silly bananas, man. I'm saying silly bananas to the entire world, Alex, and they just don't hear me.
Well, you know what I'm going to do now? Because, like, now that I'm thinking about it.
What's that?
I think, as the audience is aware of, a couple weeks ago, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to all our episodes of Unedited while I play Red Dead Redemption.
Why?
Because I like to watch the world burn.
You know, you're probably going to open up a rift in the time-space continuum. Continuum. I said continuum.
Well, you want to know something super interesting?
My failures?
The fucking... What's interesting about the podcast is that, like, I went through a whole relationship throughout this podcast.
A lot of things have happened throughout this podcast.
Isn't that trippy?
It is trippy. If we went back and listened to it, we could hear what, Patrick or Alex from, how many months?
Since
when?
June.
June?
June 3rd.
Really?
I'm looking at unless that's just when it uploaded on Spotify.
No, it would be on the Anchor thing, but stop messing with your phone. It's going to mess up.
Yeah, I can't leave the Anchor app, but I can leave the...
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I mean, it's only been, 5 months?
Yeah.
We've been at this for 5 months, folks, and we've taken 2 vacations.
I love the gap between episode 10 and 11. August, September, October. Anyway, I'm sorry for pointing out our inconsistencies, but no, I
We're
kind of want
human
to hear.
beings.
I kind of want to hear our evolution.
Probably hasn't changed at all.
I bet our demeanor has changed.
Yeah, I remember when we did the first episode. I can already tell you that I was probably more nervous than I am now. I was probably more like wound up, like I want this to work, than I am now. I mean, there are loyalists, there are people that listen to the episode every time it posts. So to you guys, keep it up. Hey, also if you can, like the YouTube and subscribe to it or whatever, it would be helpful for us and more motivating. And also the Facebook page, Unedited. It has the same logo as our Spotify thing. So it would just give us that extra little bit of motivation. Thank you. But Alex, you were saying?
Oh, that was it. I just wanted to.
Yeah, it is interesting to put it all in scope. I mean, we really have done a lot, though, in the amount of time. Because right now, this is episode 12, and that's 12 hours worth of content, or more, probably more. But when we hit that plateau, we hit 10, we were just like, ugh. We've done this so long. We've aged so much.
And the funny thing is, after 10, we tried on 4 or 5 different occasions to do 11, and each one just was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, but it finally got to the point where I started to feel enough anger at myself for letting this go. That I was like, no, Alex, we're gonna fucking do it. I feel up to it. And the last episode 11 was just something we were settling with. We need to do better, and I think we did. And here we are at episode 12. And the joke I made at the end of the last one, I said something like, I quoted Cards of Humanity. But I really do think we're a little bit grittier and a little bit darker than maybe we were before. But then again, I don't know. Alex was going through a breakup. He might have been darker before. I feel like a seasoned.
One of those episodes was the day after. I really didn't want to do the episode,
but it turned out to be really good, and I think it helped your state of mind.
It didn't, but
it didn't.
It really didn't. I went through a downward spiral for 2 months after that. It was really terrible. If anything, it damaged me more. Thank you.
Always here to help, friend.
No, it was kind of cathartic because I don't even know what we were talking about, though.
It helped get your mind off it. I know it did. You were like, I'm going to end it all, man. And I'm like, Alex, calm down.
I wasn't that dramatic. I was just more of, fuck her, man.
I fucking loved her.
She didn't get, I just said a rape joke and she just got so carried away. And
her husband told me I can't come over anymore, man. And they live next door. Anyways.
Next door at 5550 West Mall Drive.
What are you trying to do? Get somebody to go outside your house and sit there waiting to see you? Is that what you're trying to get to happen? Golly.
No, I'm totally making up addresses.
Oh. Yeah. You're wearing makeup and dresses?
No, God, motherfucker. Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little facetious.
Let's get back on the topic. All right, what was our topic?
We were appreciating the 4 people that have consistently listened to us. I don't know who they are.
So long ago.
Well, that's what I was saying. I don't know who you are, but Alex will find you, and he will get his banana. Anyways,
It's either the banana or $35.
oh, it's 35 now. Okay,
Yep. It has to be 35 now.
it must be the interest. So, what's happened? What's happened?
I did a show the other day.
Yeah, Alex is a singer now. He's a singer.
Why do you say it like that?
I said it like that on purpose. He's a singer.
Singer.
If you do a hard GER, it's more interesting. He's a singer.
Yeah, I usually play bass in my projects, but this one project needed a singer, so I volunteered.
A singer.
A singer. And
Daddy played bass, Mama played fiddle. Anyways.
And what was interesting about the show, and you can hear Patrick falling asleep now, is the stage was so small I could barely move. And like I tried to move, but I couldn't. If I moved, I would knock everything over.
Move yourself. You always live your life. Never thinking about the future.
And I run so far away.
But you know, I heard his performance, and it wasn't horrible. So,
who are you talking about?
You. I listened to your performance. You know, that soundbite, and it wasn't horrible.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that song.
No. His singing ability is not bad, especially when complemented by instruments.
Well, I find it interesting that you say that, because I remember a while ago you were telling me that, in all sincerity, that my voice is better for acoustic.
I did
softer stuff.
Well, yeah,
and this stuff is not acoustic at all. It's
I think it is better with acoustic, but I also think it's good with I think it's good. That I think it's good in general, but yeah, I do like it on acoustic tracks, and I mainly don't like it when you do the audio doubling, the echo, you know, the reverb. That stuff is kind of silly.
Well, I disagree.
I realize you do. I could tell, but on a real note, I think it's just better when you just belt it out regularly, as opposed to, you know, T-paining it. You know what I'm saying? Or little yachtying it.
I don't understand the references.
He doesn't understand the references. I'm kidding.
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
Oh my God.
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
Oh, please. No.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I buy it.
No.
My dick sucks. I like a quick fuck.
No, listen to me. No. Please, God, no. Oh, no.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
No, stop it. I'm going to burn your trailer down.
Please do. Anyway.
No. God damn it. I'm having a hard time.
Don't lie. Everyone who is listening to this, don't fucking lie. When you first heard that song, you thought, God damn it, the song's going to be stuck in my head for a week.
It felt like you were performing an exorcism. It was horrible. It was causing a physical reaction. I had to like slam my hand into something. It was fucking horrible, guys. I can't tell you how much that image of Kanye looking at the camera sideways, smiling, is stuck in my head, and it it makes me want to like use a brick to get it out. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
When's the first time they ask if you want sparkling or still? Why are you trying to act like you was drinking sparkling water before you came out here? You're such a fucking... I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. Woo! I'm a sick fuck. Come on.
I'm gonna kill you. That's
I'm a sick
horrible.
fuck. I like a quick fuck. I like my dick suck. I buy in a new truck. I buy in new tits. I buy a nip tuck. How you start a family? The condom slipped up. I'm a sick fuck. I'm inappropriate. I'm hearing stories. I like that hoe shit. I want to hear most shit. I like that hoe shit. Send me the most shit. You trifling ass bitch. I hate rap and I love that song.
A moment of silence for my respect for Alex.
Such a fucking... I'm sober.
I know he's sober, and God, sorry guys. I apologize for my outbursts, but it. Anyways, I don't know if you could tell earlier, but we definitely cut out for a brief moment, and I tried to pick up where we left off. If you can hear that and it's obvious, I apologize. We're using rudimentary technology, but if you send Alex this $30, we're going to be able to change that.
$30 gets us closer to our goal of $30.
It's not going to happen. We don't need $30, guys. We just need your support.
$35.
Don't listen to this asshole. You just recited the lyrics to a Kanye West song. I fucking hate him. Okay.
Verbatim.
Oh God.
My theme song. Black Leather and Jeans on.
I'm surprised your neighbor's ears aren't bleeding.
No, I heard a gunshot, but the audio didn't pick it up.
Okay, so I'll admit that I enjoy the song, but I don't like that I do. It's kind of like a conservative, kind of redneck male that's into dudes. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't want to hear it. Put your shirt back on, Timmy.
And then he turns around and he's like, I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
I'm gonna mail poop to your house, Alex. I'm gonna mail poop and vomit to your house.
I'm a sick fuck. I like Timmy's fuck. I buy him a new truck. I buy him some new tires.
I will mail you a box full of poop and vomit. Not even my own. I'll get a donor. I'll say, here,
ladies and gentlemen,
listen to this, and they'll be like, I can't stop shitting and puking. It's horrible. Yeah, that's what'll happen.
Patrick.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to wear a costume, but yeah, I'm good. I'm fine.
All right. Let's circle this back around to one final topic. Are you a sick fuck and do you like a quick fuck? I fucking love that. I hate that song.
There is a song I've been really into lately.
Wait. Have you, before you go into that, have you heard them play that song on SNL?
With that Corbin Jeff or whatever his name is?
I don't know.
Where they remade the costumes and they did all that.
They had to censor it, obviously. Mm-hmm. So you know what they said?
What?
You're such a freaky girl. I love it. You're such a freaky girl.
Wow.
It's so terrible.
That's silly bananas.
Okay. What was your song that is going to change the subject and
I can't remember now. Like,
totally is going to make me not think of?
I've been watching The Walking Dead.
That show's not dead yet. Ayo!
I've been rewatching The Walking Dead from the very first episode, and I made it through 5 seasons in like 3 or 4 days.
Damn. That's actually kind of impressive.
It is, isn't it? It's fucking sick. Do you ever...
Wait.
What?
How is that? Do you not do anything else?
I work.
I mean, when you get home.
I want to talk about it.
I just thought about it. Like, each episode's like an hour long.
It's 45 minutes without commercials.
Yeah.
Quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I like my dick suck. I like big dick tuck.
You were saying?
I wish I remembered.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it, Alex.
I know. All right, guys, we're gonna admit something. We got lucky with the last episode. Last episode, we had 0 interruptions at all. We had nothing. This episode, we've had a total of
3.
3. And usually after the third one, it kind of burns us out, but I think we could finish up on one more topic and then wrap it up.
What I was telling you, Alex, because the audio is going to cut right into us saying this stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
You were supposed to come back and say, yeah, because that's what you were saying before it went out. But the thing is, yeah, there are 45 minutes an episode with no commercials. And you said, you don't do anything else? Like a naggy mother. I work my job. And then if I don't do it, what?
You're really defensive right now.
I know I'm kind of irritated because the thing went like shitty. But I don't know. I was just marathoning it. And then I had a day off, so like the entire day, you know, I killed some episodes, you know.
Right, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I just like seeing the progression back to back. I mean, that's all it is. I enjoy it. I mean, it's neat to see, you know, Rick Grimes' character from the very beginning and like watch all these other characters grow. You know, watch some of the iconic deaths. I'm trying to figure out how people people said, oh, we got bored of it. That's why we stopped watching it around season 3. I'm like, how do you get bored? There's nothing to get bored with. It's all good.
Season 3?
Yeah, they got bored around season 3. They were like, oh, I stopped watching around season 3. It got boring. And in my mind, it's
that's when it starts really picking up.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying is I don't get people sometimes because they're like, oh, it got boring around season 3 with the prison. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what do you mean it got boring? How do you mean it got boring? Like, I don't think there's been like a really dull season. I mean, it's all been pretty steady to me.
I mean, there's been dull episodes, but
yeah, episodes.
But like season wise, each season is pretty solid.
They all have their own like oh shit moments, you know? And like I'm no spoiler guy, but there's Terminus coming up. I won't be specific as to what that means, but in Terminus some really fucked up shit happens, you know? Some weird shit too. And it's like, how do people lose interest when that shit's going down? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I haven't had a dull moment yet, but it's neither here nor there.
You know
guess
what movie I watched the other day?
What movie?
It was a movie called The Long Riders.
Long Riders.
Riders.
Riders. See, we're done talking about porn already, Alex. We don't even.
No, but it's a Western.
Okay.
It's because of Red Dead. It got me into the idea of watching Westerns. And it has the Quaid brothers in it and David Carradine.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it was actually really good, like really compelling.
You should watch The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It's on Netflix, you POS.
You know how you feel when I send you songs?
I don't feel anything. I just ignore it.
That's how I feel when you send me shows. You should watch this show. I watch it. I'm like, this makes me angry.
No, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs is a good movie. It's a Western. And
I've seen trailers and previews for it.
And that doesn't interest you?
Not really, no.
But you watch David Carradine and the Quaid brothers? The Quaid brothers?
Yeah, Dennis Quaid and Randy Quaid.
You mean you mean to tell me that Mr. If you build it, that's Kevin Costner. If you mean to tell me that what movie was he in? Quaid. Give me a Dennis Quaid movie. Twister. He was in Twister?
Was that him?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Paxton.
Oh, yeah. No, you mean to tell me Mr. Frequency that's the only one I can think of. Mr. Frequency is good in a Western?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Sellout.
It's on Hulu.
Oh, right, because you get a problem with Netflix now? Is that what it is?
I don't have Netflix. I forgot your password.
You forgot what? You forgot what?
I forgot your password.
It's okay. I don't have it anymore right now anyways.
Okay. No, but I just picked a random movie and that popped up and yeah, it was a good time. It was interesting because, like, of course, they have call girls in there. Yeah. And the main David Carradine's character is with her, and they do their thing, and she does the whole, one of these days you're gonna make an honest woman out of me, and he looks at her and he goes, "Nah, Marla, you're a whore." You ain't nothing but a whore, and that's all you'll ever be is a whore. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That is rough.
I saw this. That reminds me of a meme. It's like, I thought you were a whore with a heart of gold. Turns out you were just a whore with a regular whore heart. That's what that reminds me of. Anyways,
I like that. I actually like that.
It's funny. I thought you were a whore with a heart of gold, and it turned out you were just a whore with a regular heart. I don't know like what it's from or anything, but it kind of cracked me up. Wait, you know what good Western? City Slickers.
City Slickers?
Yeah, Billy Crystal's in it. It's really good.
I like Billy Crystal.
No, but okay, well, then turn my joke into an actual recommendation. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, no, it's an actual movie called City Slickers. They made a second one. I think they made a second one too. I think Tres Amigos is another movie with Steve Martin, something Krasinski, and then Chevy Chase. It's a good movie. Three Amigos.
No. Trace, you're joking, aren't you?
No, there's actually a movie with Steve Martin.
No, I know about the movie, but that's not a real Western.
It is a Western, Alex.
It is a Western, but
now
it's
we're
like,
getting into a territory where you're trying to define what a Western
that movie
is.
is a Western, like Blazing Saddles as a Western.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
they're-
really.
they're all Westerns.
I wanted an authentic like Western.
What's the name of that movie with Jeff Bridges? They remade it with Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges.
Uh,
Fuck. They remade it. They used to have. They had the original one had like John Wayne in it though. Audience, you know what it is. Google.
yeah, leave a comment below and send me $30, and we'll mention you.
You're a money grubbing landlubber, you know. But
the point is, I wanted to watch like that, like Clint Eastwood ones, because those are all classics.
2 Mules for Sister Sarah. That's a good one.
Maybe a Lee Van Cleef movie.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks is a comedian.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is one of the greatest movies of all time, but I don't consider it a real Western. It's more comedy than anything.
There's no line in comedy, Alex.
There is a line in comedy.
The West
Just like
can
you
be
don't
funny.
talk about rape. Bringing it full circle. Bringing it full circle.
You know if you know what makes you seem like a tool is if you just say everything out loud that you think you're accomplishing. Just saying. All right, everybody. We're gonna call it because we had enough technical difficulties for one day.
And he's tired of me.
I'm not tired of you. I'm probably gonna call you after this.
Oh God. Ah.
And we're gonna talk about our feelings and our dreams. All right, everybody. See you next time, or
McLovin.
listen to us next time, and we'll see you next time. This has been Unedited, episode 12. Thank you for your patience with our technical difficulties. What?
Thank you for watching and listening.
That was very polite of you. Happy Cyber Monday.
Bye. Bye.